Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio with BarbaraBKeto. Barbara Button. We decided to come up here because she was coming with her husband for
his wrestling
tournament. So since she was going to be in Cleveland for a few days and I'm just 2 hours down the road, I decided to come on up here so that we could have a meet up and just have a party. And we've been
having a great time.
It's been a great time. We went walking all over this town. First part of it was due to a mistake.
Yeah, Cindy got lost.
I got to the right parking garage. I got there. And then we walked out the wrong side of it, and there was a map. And the map said, Hilton, downtown Cleveland, 3 blocks ahead. So we walked there. So I messaged Barb and let her know we're down in the lobby waiting on her. And she never comes down, and she never comes down.
I went down, you just weren't there.
So I go up to the desk, and I show the lady the address on my phone. I said, are we at this Hilton? She goes, no, it's 3 blocks down the other direction. So me and Kim goes walking down there and get to the right place, and we finally found her. But yeah, we did 6 blocks before we ever then walked to Wahlburgers for dinner, which was 3 blocks up the opposite direction. Yeah.
And it's really cold, and she didn't wear a coat.
No, I don't have a coat. I don't have one. So who all's on? Go ahead and give us a shout out. Say hi. Oh, nobody's on yet. I had somebody on. They didn't like us. They left already.
How can you have somebody's on?
See where it shows the little people?
Oh, I see the people.
Yeah, it shows you who comes on.
I'm just learning how to do the live thing.
Yeah.
I haven't done live yet.
It's fun. It's fun. Especially once you get a lot of people on there. Hi. We are definitely having a good time. So if you've got any questions for us, go ahead and ask. I'm going to get it. I should have went ahead and did this. Got it pulled up so I can see the questions better. Because I've got the camera set back so that we can get both of us in today and have a little bit more... So who all's on? We've got talk chat here. Let me get it. I need to mute that. Ketones. So how you doing, Ketones? Got any questions for me or Bob? So we went to Wahlburgers for dinner, which they are very keto friendly, guys. We ordered, what they do is they'll cook any sandwich as a chopped salad. So we had the Fiesta burger as a chopped salad, and it has the patties and pepper jack cheese and salsa.
And a spicy mayo.
And a spicy chipotle mayo on a salad. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we had been hearing a lot about salt lately. How much salt do you usually get per day? I get 8,000 milligrams. So, and how I get that is I make the Sole water, and then I take and put 2 tablespoons, 1 ounce of Sole water. So right there, just in my Ketorade is half of my daily allowance. And then I put a teaspoon of Sole water in my morning coffee, and then just salt my food for the rest of the day, and it brings me up to 8,000 milligrams. So each teaspoon of Sole water is 478 milligrams of sodium.
Should I show them my Sole water that I brought?
Yeah. She made some and brought on the trip with her.
I made my to-go kit for the hotel, and I brought my K-Cup coffee machine and stuff, and here's my Sole water.
Yeah, so she already has made some set up. Yeah, I always use salt and sodium interchangeably too. Don't worry about it.
Here's my jar I got off Amazon, and you can tell them.
Okay, so what you do is you take a glass jar to make your Sole, and you want to fill it up the quarter of the way with pink Himalayan salt, gray Celtic salt, any healthy salt, anything but table salt, white table salt. Fill it the rest of the way up with filtered water, shake it. And then within 24 hours, all your salt will settle at the bottom. The clear water at the top is your Sole. And you can pour that off into a separate container and use from there. Fill this back up with filtered water, give it a shake, set it on your counter. And each time you get low in that other container, just keep refilling it and use from there. And each teaspoon is 478 milligrams of sodium.
But don't shake it right before you drink it.
No.
Like I did the first 2 days, and I probably had 2 million milligrams of sodium.
Yeah, once the salt has settled, you don't want to reshake it.
Yeah, I'm okay now.
But yeah, so we've had a great time. We've walked all over. We went, when we got back from Wahlburgers, we went upstairs to bar 32. And it's on the 32nd floor, and it's glass. And we sat on this beautiful sofa. And we had them make us keto-ritas, so my version of the keto margaritas. And they followed my recipe perfectly.
It was awesome.
And they tasted wonderful. I mean, we had a fantastic
and Sandy
time.
brought her little bottle of stevia, and we just put our own sweetener in there. We told them not to put any sugar, and it was perfect.
Right. They didn't have any artificial sweeteners for us to use. So I carried my stevia, and it really was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to make sure that sodium's up there because we flush so much, the sodium will help that. Where on the standard American diet, you got to think of those carbohydrates as like a sponge, and they help you hold on to your water, hold on to fluids, therefore electrolytes. But on the ketogenic diet, it flushes. So if you're not supplementing that sodium enough, between 5 to 8,000 milligrams a day, you're going to flush out all of your electrolytes. So if you take care of the sodium, the potassium and the magnesium are better able to take care of themselves.
I have a question, Sandy.
Oh, go ahead.
How do you know how many milligrams of sodium are in the Soli water after it's done? Are you exactly sure? You're guesstimating how much?
No, it's a science. The water can only become so saturated. Okay. So a scientist will tell you that fully saturated salt water is 478 milligrams per teaspoon.
Per teaspoon.
Per teaspoon.
So times 3 for 1 tablespoon.
Right.
Okay.
So you just figure out for each teaspoon. So I put 6 teaspoons, 2 tablespoons, or an ounce in my Ketorade a day. Mm-hmm. So I know that's half of my daily allowance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I wasn't sure, but I was just doing what you said. And,
yeah.
And I've got my new salt or no salt, and then my,
the no salt is
my
your potassium
powder, and I mix those up in the morning with my sparkling water, and it makes me feel so much better.
Just TV5, we're glad you stopped by. She says. Sorry, it's supper time, so I can't watch tonight, but I just wanted to say hi. And how is Wee Wee? Wee Wee is doing much, much better. He's got his follow-up appointment tomorrow at 2:15, but he seems to be very comfortable. And they said that they're pretty sure the steroid therapy is going to keep him happy and sassy for quite a few more years. So I am very happy myself.
Why did you name him Wee Wee? Did he pee all over the place?
No, actually, Kim's friend was breeding the Dachshunds. And he had the Wii video game.
Oh.
And so he was thinking about, when Wee Wee was a puppy, thinking about keeping him. Well, he decided he wasn't, but he had already named him Wee Man. And I really didn't.
He loved the Wii.
Yeah, because he loved the Wii.
Loved to watch it.
And I didn't like. Yeah, he liked. Wee Wee would sit in front of the TV when he was playing the video games, and I really didn't like that name. So I just kept calling him Wee Wee, and it just went to that. So when I had to have him registered, I just told him Wee Wee, and they spelled it WEEWEE. So it just stuck. Okay, let me get the chat pulled back up here. Hi, Erica. We're so glad you joined us. Erica lives down in Cleveland. Have you seen her, Erica Vlogs?
I don't think so.
She's got a mommy vlog, and they just went to Florida. I just love her. Erica, do you know who you remind me of? Julia Roberts. There's something about, not in attitude or mannerisms, but just something about certain angles of her face. It's just, I get that pretty woman from back when she did that.
Is she doing keto or just mommy vlogs?
I don't know, Erica. What all do you do? Yeah, she gets that a lot when her hair is dark. Yeah, you look like Pretty Woman. She's gorgeous. Absolutely
Check
gorgeous.
her out.
Yeah. So she's not keto, but she finds it interesting, she said.
Oh.
So, but yeah, her family's so, yeah, it's so wonderful to watch. I wasn't able to have any kids of my own. So, of course, I took on as many as I could of other people's children. But I love watching that family interaction. And yeah, I enjoy it. So, yeah, not everybody that, all of the people I subscribe to, not everybody is keto either. So I subscribe to art people who are artistic and a lot of things like that. So I love all
It's so
genres.
Cool having Sandy here. I keep touching her to see if she's real because I'm used to like getting on my phone to ask her for advice, and now she's like right here.
Yeah, don't have to message me.
So cool. Next time we got to get everybody together.
Oh, I'm telling you. Hey, we're talking about that cruise next year.
Yeah.
I am hoping that goes through because, yeah, I would be there in the heartbeat on a boat. Yeah.
We were thinking end of March, but you guys need to get your passports.
Yep, end of March, first week of April in that area, whatever works best.
We need to find out when Easter is, so we're planning around Easter.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so we'll look at that next year and see what's going on.
By then, we should all be skinny.
Yeah, give us. Yeah, a year from now, we should all pretty much be at goal.
Yeah.
If not, close to it.
We'll go to the Bahamas, and there'll be guys with their shirts off.
Yeah,
we can get some drinks with umbrellas.
Now, remember, I want my husband.
Our husbands will stay on the boat. We're gonna leave our husbands on the boat.
Oh, my husband won't get on the boat. Oh, no. No boat, no plane.
Oh.
His feet will not leave the ground.
Well, I'll have to make my husband stay home too,
yeah,
because he wants to go, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, no. My husband is very much land based.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he didn't lose anything in that ocean. He doesn't need to go out there. Yeah, I think he used to watch too many Jaws episodes. So it's hard to get him to go anywhere that doesn't have to do with antique houses and antique furniture. So his main thing is the Biltmore, Stan Hewitt, old mansions. If it's an old dirty mansion, if there was an old dirty mansion out in the middle of that ocean, I might be able to get him out on that boat. No, I shouldn't say dirty. They're not dirty, but Keaton says her husband and her went on a cruise for their 25th anniversary, and it was a blast. Yeah, see, I've been on 3, all to the Bahamas with my mom before she passed away, but I haven't been since then, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. We had a fantastic time, but my husband is just, it's hard to get him to go anywhere. We have been together for 15 years, and we've only been to one movie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he won't even go to the movies. Won't even go to the movies. One.
See, that's our thing. When we go on a date, we go to the movies.
Yeah.
When our kids were little, we took them to the movies.
No, when we go on to a date, we go to an antique house. Or we go driving around looking at old houses. Or we go into our friend Eric's bar and have a drink. And
well, that's fun.
Or we just stay at home and make everybody else leave.
Then what do you do?
No, we just sit at the table. I mean, really, it's just, it's just chit chat. I mean, our dates, other people would find very boring, but I guess we're connected on a deeper level there.
Yeah, we've been together over 18 years, and sometimes we don't even talk when we're in the same room, but you're together. And
that's it. We'll sit at the table, and I will sit on YouTube and spend hours, and he'll sit at the other end on his laptop with his headphones on, listening to whatever band has got his attention. Yeah. And sometimes that might just be our date night. That's what we do. We have dinner and then sit there in silence and just enjoy whatever we want to enjoy separately, but at least we're together. So, I've been wrapped up in the keto world here lately, so it's like taking over my life.
When I put on my headphones, he's like, I'm switching the channel.
Yeah, and TV, I don't even watch it anymore. I haven't watched like real TV programming in probably over a year.
Really?
So yeah, in over a year. So when I come home, I catch up on everybody's videos that I missed while I'm at work. It's about just seeing what people had to say and what their days was like, and you know.
Me too. I'm getting addicted.
Yeah.
I have probably 10 people I watch a lot. So.
Yes, I do fast. Matter of fact, I just came off of a 5-day. Now, this isn't a true fast, but I came off of a 5-day fat fast, and that ended Wednesday morning. But I also do intermittent fasting, anywhere from 18. Most of my days are 18 to sometimes 24 to 36 hours, depending on how the hours are falling. And how I start a fast is the last meal that I have is with a bulletproof coffee. And then how I typically end a fast is 18, 24 to 36 hours later with another bulletproof coffee. Or bulletproof chai tea or bulletproof Creo brew or one of those things. But I start a fast with a high fat content. And then when I come off of that fast, I go with a fatty bulletproof coffee and then wait another 4 hours maybe to have a meal. 4 to 5 hours.
I always, like, I end my meal, like supper, and then I know that while I'm sleeping, I'm technically fasting, so it makes it easier to get into it. So the next morning when I get up, I'm like, oh, I've already fasted for 8 hours, so I can just keep on going. And I used to just do it till 12 o'clock if I could get till noon. And then I would have my good, my bulletproof coffee or my lunch. And then that's a pretty long fast right there.
Right.
Because I usually stop eating probably after 5 in the evening.
See, mine's easier to do the opposite way because of my hours of work.
Yeah.
I work 3 to 10 on most days. Now, Mondays, I have a long day. I work 8 in the morning to 8 at night. But on Tuesdays through Friday, I work 3 to 10. So if I start my eating window at 8 a.m. and end it at 2, then I'm able to take that last bulletproof coffee right before I head out the door to work. And that carries me through my work evening. I'm not a bit hungry.
Yeah.
And then I come home and I go to bed. And then I get up at 6 by the time I get my shower and dressed and all that.
Yeah, you just have to fit it into your life.
18 hours has went by, and I'm able to just go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and have another bulletproof coffee at 8 o'clock.
I used to work third shifts, and I'm sure I would have to totally flip-flop everything.
Yeah. So now before, when I worked a day shift, there's no way I would have been able to have my fasting window in the evening because I was a nighttime eater.
Yeah.
But now it's easier with working until 10 o'clock. It's normally close to 11 before I even get home.
And bulletproof coffee, for me, has made everything easier because when you have the butter and the MCT oil and the cacao and all that, it satiates you so you don't really want to eat anything. That can carry me a good 8 hours,
right?
If I'm determined to do it.
And I know a lot of people say, oh, don't eat your fat, or don't drink your fats, because you're just going to end up eating more calories. For me, it does not work that way.
It's not that way.
For me, if I have that bulletproof coffee, I'm not wanting another meal for 4 or 5 hours after that. And then the meal that I do eat is very small. Mm-hmm. You're just a few bites and you're good. Maybe have a small salad or, a little piece of chicken or whatever, but it's not like I want to drink a bulletproof coffee and have a huge breakfast. Yeah, or come up 3 hours later and have a huge meal.
Because your body, depending on your weight, at least needs 2,000 to 2,500 calories just to survive.
Right.
And whenever I'm on bulletproof coffee or a fat fast, even when I eat whatever I want, I'm never over 1,500 calories. So therefore, your body is taking fat from your own body to use for energy. So you're still burning the fat from your body, even if you have bulletproof.
Right, because you're having it in lieu of something else.
Yeah. And
you're not having it in addition to other things.
Right. And if you still have a calorie deficit, you're still losing. It just makes it easier to do it.
Yeah, it makes it easier to stay on that lower calorie hit. Erica says she doesn't watch much TV anymore either, except for Hoarders. I love Hoarders. Well, Erica, you should see my basement.
We're gonna feel live from there next week.
Oh my goodness. I am a hoarder. I will admit it right now.
My garage is that way too.
It's horrible. And what has kept me in check is my husband. So the only reason the first floor of our house looks as nice as it does is because he's in control of that. Because I am horrible. I feel like everything that touches my fingers, I could find a use for it, whether it be a craft or something I could use for maintenance, and I just want to keep it all because someday I might need that. And it's horrible. Our basement is horrible. And
Yeah.
I'm a bad container.
The older I get, the more I'm like that.
Yeah. Well, you know those containers they just gave us for the leftovers.
You're gonna save it.
Oh my goodness, that went through my head. This is a fantastic
Did
container.
you actually think of it when they were handing you?
Oh yes, I was like, oh, it's not styrofoam, it's plastic. It's not paper. I was so excited at Wahlburgers to get the container.
I never thought of that. I didn't get one.
And I even thought, is Kim gonna want to keep her container?
But you go to the dollar store every day. You
I
can get another one.
But then this one I didn't have to pay for. It was free. It was free. It's horrible. Amy's in. Hey, Amy. Keto-licious life.
Hi, Amy. Are you going on the cruise with us, Amy?
Oh, she's going.
Okay, next March.
Yeah, she's going. Oh, yeah. I've never paid attention to how beautiful this city is. She says, yes.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So, I've been up to Cleveland to go to the Cleveland Museum of Art. Because again, guys, it's free and I'm cheap. I will drive 2.5 hours to come up to the free museum. Good evening, Marianne. So I've always been on the outer belt coming around Cleveland. So I think this is the first time, other than that one concert, which was in the middle of the night, basically, that me and my husband had went to, that I've actually got to see the downtown part of this city. And the buildings, the architecture, it's amazing.
It is a beautiful old city.
Oh, and we have to say, we walked and walked and walked and did a fabulous. I mean,
we had a lot of non-scale videos.
Yes, we did. Things that came to mind that we wouldn't normally have been able to do. We realized I'm further along in this journey than I thought I was. We walked and didn't once did my heart race, didn't once have to stop. No heavy breathing, no panting. My feet didn't hurt.
My feet weren't hurting either.
And then I had already done it before it hit me that I had done it. Normally, I could go up steps okay, but down steps sort of terrified me. I was always afraid, due to my weight, of tumbling down the steps forward. So I would never go down steps without turning to the side and using a handrail.
Holding on.
Yeah, and holding on. I already went down the steps when it hit me. I walked down these steps and I never
And then
held
she said
on
it
to
to me, I'm
nothing.
like, oh, I did it too.
Yeah.
Because last year we went to one of these wrestling things and people were going around me because I was going so slow. And I could hear them mumbling under their breath. They were getting mad because I was in their way because I had to stop and breathe. And my feet and ankles and knees and hips, everything hurt so bad. I felt like I was just going to die. But when we got back to the hotel, we realized we did it. And we were keeping up with skinny people.
Oh, yeah. There was people walking on the street right behind it. I mean, I even passed a couple people.
We were passing people.
It was amazing. And it wasn't like I was trying to go faster. You know, we were just walking and talking and having such a great time. And our spirits was up. And what you know, when you have a pep in your step, you walk a little faster. Yeah. And got back to the hotel and it was just like, wow, I did that. Just like I was 20 years.
Eating a meal.
Yeah, and that was even after eating a meal. Like it was 20 years ago.
I know.
I was so happy. And it's like those non-scale victories when they come up and slap you upside the head and say, girl, you're doing it.
Yeah. And I got here last night and walked the whole town with my husband. And I was so afraid my ankles were going to be swollen today. And they weren't. This is the first day in probably 4 years that I didn't wake up with swollen ankles.
And she's even on vacation. She's even out of her element.
I traveled 5 hours in a car yesterday, and my ankles did not swell. So that's huge for me. That is. Not have swollen ankles.
Because anytime we go on vacation or sit that long in a vehicle, just the change in routine causes me inflammation and
stress. Every time your husband slams on the brakes, you get that panic attack.
Amy wanted to know, where did we eat? We ate at Wahlburgers, guys. And we did not have the government cheese.
We didn't get government cheese, and Mark and Donnie weren't there.
No, but they had it on their burgers. But we got, it was called the Fiesta Burger as a chopped salad.
And I just got mine with no bun.
Yeah, she just got no bun. She didn't want the salad part of it. So what they do is they just take the burger, they chop it up with the pepper jack cheese and the burger. They put it on a bed of spring mix with the chipotle mayo right on top of that as a dressing. And it was awesome.
Yeah, that mayo was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
We need to go get some more of that.
So, and then, which we had already said this earlier, but I'm going to recap it anyway, because a lot of people weren't on then. When we got back to the hotel, we went up to the bar, Bar 32, and ordered keto Ritas. And we talked the bartender.
We had to make it ourselves. They didn't know what a keto Rita was.
Yeah, so we talked them through it, and they were fantastic. But, I mean, I think I'm already starting to fade a little bit. But, woo, that alcohol. I am very, always have been very susceptible to alcohol. Like, it would make me flush very quickly into the first drink. It made me flush within 2 sips. I mean, my glass was still full, and my face was beet red, and I had hives on my chest, and I'm like, "Woo, this is yeah." So, being in keto definitely affects the alcohol uptake. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. Yeah. So I only had one because it was definitely making me. I felt like I was sitting in front of a bonfire. My skin felt so hot.
Yeah, I had the one, and then I asked for another one, and I thought, oh, that was a mistake because it was because you don't have. I don't know, but when you're on keto, the alcohol hits you really hard. Yeah. And I could feel it. I knew I needed to just stop.
Yeah, she was not even halfway done. She's like, oh no, I gotta put this down. Yeah. I gotta put this down.
But it was really good.
Yeah, they did a good job. And then, of course, they didn't have sugar-free. So I had my own stevia in the purse. So we used our stevia in it. And it was really good. They did a good job. So we told them, I said, you're going to have a lot of people. Eventually, keto is going to catch on, and you're going to have a lot. She's got to reset her camera.
For some reason, it only makes a...
Yeah, it's probably just a certain time limit. Once we told them keto catches on, they're going to want to have that recipe. Write it down and keep it and call it Keto Rita.
That's good enough for mine.
So if you guys are ever at the Hilton, ask for a Keto Rita.
There's 2 Hiltons. Don't go to the
don't go to the wrong one like I
did. It's the downtown.
Well, the other one's called Downtown Hilton too.
This one's on Lakeside.
So is the other one.
Well, I didn't know there was 2.
Yes. So the other one, this address is 604 or something. The other one's 106.
Oh my gosh.
So we're sitting there, and the map said Hilton Downtown Cleveland. So we went to that, and that's what her hotel is, Hilton Downtown Cleveland. Yeah. So we walked in there, and we're sitting in the lobby. And finally, I go up to the lady, and I'm like, show her my phone with the direction she had sent me. I said, are we at this Hilton? She goes, no, that other one's 3 blocks down that way.
This is the new one.
Yeah, the other one's older. Yeah. It's older. You can definitely tell it's older. Hey, Donna Grace is here. Hello. We're glad you made it, too. We're having a fantastic time. Oh, my goodness. And when I walked up to her in the hotel lobby, this is the first time we have physically met. We have talked online for quite a while and through Messenger back and forth. It was like running into an old friend, and just it felt so weird to know that you're physically meeting somebody for the first time, but the connection's there, the feelings are there, and it's just like, oh my gosh, she feels like a girlfriend. you know.
Yay.
Oh, we had such a good time. We had a fantastic
I know.
night.
It was weird. I feel like I've known you since, like I was telling you, since high school.
Yeah,
it just feels weird.
It's so weird. And I feel like I have that same connection with Amy. And we called each other the other night. And my husband actually thought I was talking to my sister. So he's like, come in, and I can't remember what he said, but whatever it was not appropriate. But because he thought Charlene was on the other line. And I'm like, Scott, this is not Charlene. He goes, well, who is it? And I said, it's Amy, which I have a friend named Amy. So then he said something else appropriate. I'm like, it's not Amy Dash. So, yeah, he was, yeah. He goes, well, my goodness, you two sound like two teenage girls talking on the phone. And when I looked, we had been on the phone for over an hour.
Well, Amy never calls me.
Yeah, we're a bunch of schoolgirls, she said. But we're going to all go on this cruise together.
We should go to California and see Amy.
Hey, I have to save for that one.
Yeah.
That last trip out
I've
west.
never been to California.
Oh, I've been to Seattle, but I've never been to California. That was a trip. It was pricey. Yeah, we did have a lot to discuss. We won't say that live on air. We had already discussed our issue that over dinner. Amy said she can't wait for the cruise.
Yeah, me either. I can't wait to start planning it. I'm gonna buy my gold swimsuit, and I'm gonna hang it on the closet door so I can look at it all year.
Yeah, I need to do that same thing. I haven't had a proper swimsuit in a long time. The last time I swam, actually, we were at, me and Kim, my friend Kim's behind the camera, by the way, guys. We were at, what was that place called? It was an indoor water park anyway. And I didn't have Fort Rapids. I did not have a bathing suit that fit me. So I wore a pair of black underwear. I was like, nobody's going to know. So I wore a pair of black.
You wore your panties?
I wore my panties. So I wore a pair of black underwear and a black tank top with a black tank bra underneath of it. And nobody even knew I was not.
They do.
They know now.
Oh, scandalous.
Amy said, hey, Kim. Yeah. So, oh my goodness. No, I did have to be careful because the tank top was skin tight when I put it on. I made sure I bought too small of a size so that it would look like a bathing suit top. But once it got wet, it stretched out. So then I had to be careful because it kept riding up.
Ew.
It kept coming up.
Well, hopefully you won't wear your panties on the cruise.
I'll make sure I have a proper bathing suit.
There's a website called Swimsuits for All, and it's plus size, but they have some
We
small,
don't need plus size
but
anymore.
I know my brain still thinks that I will. It goes down to like 12 and 14, so I'm thinking on my brain.
Maybe a 12.
The smallest I've ever been as an adult was a 14. So
Me,
that's all
well,
my brain
the smallest
will go.
I've ever been as an adult was when me and my husband first met, and I was a size 12.
That's all my brain will let me think of is a 14 because I don't know. It's just been probably middle school since I was under that.
Yeah, it worked, Nana Grace. It worked. Yeah. Nobody knew.
Nobody talking about panties.
Yeah. Hey. And here's the sad part, people, is that's not the first time I've done it.
We've learned a lot about Sandy tonight.
Me and my husband and our friend went, what is the mountains called? We went into West Virginia down to...
Blue Ridge Mountains?
No, well, yeah, but there's a certain area we went to. But anyway, there's this springs that you can swim in. Well, I didn't know. And everybody came prepared. They had on bathing suits, and the guys just had on their jeans shorts that they could swim in. I didn't know that. So I looked down, and I had a matching panty set. And I was like, oh, my panty set's matching. So I stripped down to my bras, and that made
no tank top that time?
No, because my panty set was matching that day. And this was when I was a size 12.
Oh, wow. So
I was small. I was, yeah, it was okay. I was very curvilicious. Very tiny. Yeah, that's the figure I want again. It's what I looked like back then. So my bra and panty matched, and it just looked like a bikini. So, yeah. Yeah.
We're not going to let her forget that for a long
Nope.
time.
Marianne said she loves swimsuits for all. She just bought a size 12 bikini from there. I'm going to have to look them up.
Because they have underwire ones.
See, now there, yeah, because my girls need help.
I want one to push the girls up, yeah.
No, it was, well, I wish I could remember. It was a certain park. So oh, shoot, I'm never going to remember it, not on this. As soon as the live ends, it's going to hit my mind right there. It had a rock at the top of the mountain that looked like a guy standing there, and it was called the Gendarme. And that rock eventually teetered off and fell. And when it hit the base of that mountain, the whole city just was like an earthquake.
That was in Virginia?
Yeah. Or no, in West Virginia. And it was called something Rocks was the name of the area. But I'm having a blank.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up.
I'm having a blank. But anyway, that's where we went down on a camping trip when I first met my husband years and years and years ago. And it was me and my husband and his best friend Corey and his girlfriend Nikki, and we went down there and hiked to the top of this mountain, and like it was nothing, you know. Back in the day, I did
so
all
you had
kinds of
just
stuff.
met your now husband, and you had your bra and panties on.
Yes, I made sure they were matching.
That's why he married you. Sandy, you were a floozy.
No. I was just, hey, I figured if it matched, you would know the difference between that and the bikini. Oh, yeah. See, I'm not quite at the 100 yet, people. I'm scratching it. So by summer, I will be there.
What will be the 100 mark?
I've got to get off 2.6 more pounds. I know.
That'll be next
But
week.
I'm just scratching it. It's like, come on. Well, then I was almost there 2 weeks ago, and then Wee got sick, and that just, which I understand that was all just stress related and water weight because I didn't eat off plan. But it's like to be that close. And I keep trying to tell myself, you're not making it about the numbers. It's not about the numbers.
It's not about the numbers.
But to be able to say that I have lost 100 pounds.
Are you going to have something special for yourself?
I don't know. I want to, and then I also keep thinking in my head, I don't want to waste any money because I want to save it so I don't know what's special because I don't want to buy any clothing because I have enough clothes to get me down to a size 14. So I have plenty of clothes, and I feel like I've been spending too much money on clothes anyway.
You should do something for yourself.
It is a huge goal, Amy. You're right, and I can't think of what should I do.
What about like a massage for yourself?
I've never had one. I don't know if I could do it. See, I don't know if I could.
You can do it if you want to.
I mean, I don't know how could I relax enough with somebody I don't know touching me. I've never.
As long as it's not a man.
Yeah, I don't even go to the doctor. I don't even go to the doctor. I don't know. I would be very uncomfortable.
Well, something that.
But something like that.
Because
like
if you're
maybe a new haircut. I could use a new do. Yeah, because it's wind whipped. People, I will tell you, my hair looks bad right now because that wind was something else out there today. It beat us. At one point, we're walking forward. I swear I could have just leaned and let it hold me up in the air.
And it started snowing.
Yeah, that wind today was rough. And I wasn't thinking, I mean, I don't have a coat because I just don't wear one. I never feel like I need one. But thank you. It was Seneca Rock. Yes, that's what it was called.
Okay.
Seneca Rock. Thank you so much. Have you ever been there? Because we had an awesome time. Yeah, that's where it was at. I knew somebody would help me out. See, this diet's supposed to lift the fog, people. What's going on? Well, of course, we just had tequila.
We had keto maritas.
Yeah, ketoritas. So that might be part of the problem. Yeah, we had a fantastic time. Oh, except I will say we went down there in my RV, and as we were coming down the one side of the mountain, the brakes went up. went out. We burnt, literally like burnt them up. And we were stuck at the campground for like 4 days because it was a holiday weekend. So there was no place open that could work on my RV. So finally, we were able to get somebody once they opened back up for business to come and help us out. But the friends that went down with us left us there. They got a call and got a ride out of there. Had a family member come down and pick them up.
What kind of friends are those?
So they had work. They were like, "It's your RV. We're out." So. Marjorie said she had the same problem with meeting the goal. I still don't know what to get myself. Wondering if I should save my money for an ultimate goal instead. See, and that's it too. Yeah, like that's what I'm worried about. Like, should I keep spending money at these?
But if your past self, 100 pounds ago, could say, "Oh, if I lost 100 pounds, I would do this for myself," what would she say?
Go on a hike. That's ultimately that's what. So that's what I'm just waiting for the weather to break.
And camping.
Yeah, it would be a backpack and a 3-day, 2-night walk in with a backpack and my hammock and just back to what I used to do. So as soon as the weather breaks, but I'm going to hit.
Next month should be getting
right.
warm, so
yeah.
I don't know how cold the ground would be.
Planned that hammock camping. Just, I want it so bad. And this walk today just made me realize how much I missed that part of my life. Yeah. Nana Grace said she pictured an I Love Lucy episode. Cindy Brown said, sorry, she's late. Well, it's not really that you're late. We did it early because I was thinking Cleveland. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking Cleveland was about an hour and a half from my home. It's 2.5 hours from my home. So I was afraid if we did the live at 10, then that would be 10 to 11. By the time we actually got out of the hotel, it'd be almost midnight and walked to the parking garage and got our vehicle. I was thinking, we're not going to get home until 3 or 4 in the morning. So we decided to change it up a little bit earlier so that just it would be safer and earlier to be getting home. Plus, I still have to work tomorrow. And take Wee Wee to the vet, which I know they're going to say he's doing fantastic. So I'm not too nervous about this vet appointment tomorrow.
Thank you for coming on.
Oh, yes, that's a great idea. Yeah. Amy said I should get new hiking boots. I have none because my feet, boots I'm wearing now, guys, are actually 2 sizes too big for my feet. All my shoes are, because when I started to lose weight, my feet were so unbelievably swollen, all the way up my calves and legs. These boots were skin tight. Now, they never fit me in length, but to get them to fit around the width of my foot and up my calves and ankles and actually zip, these are how big they have to be. And now these suckers are like, my toes are all the way back there. So these have flopped on my feet all day. So that is what I'm doing. As soon as I reach that 100 pounds, I am getting myself a new pair of hiking boots. That's what I'm doing.
That'll be so
cool. Yes, I am. Thank you, Amy. Oh my goodness, that is such, because I was racking my brains about what could I do to treat myself. And I was like, I don't want any clothes because the 18s are already,
So you can order you some, size 5? Is that what you need?
Size 5. Yep. So I'll have to order me a pair of size 5 hiking boots.
Well, we can't wait to see videos from the woods and you hiking.
Nana Grace has got a good one too. A charm for each milestone. I love that. I love that. Yeah. So I'm going to have to go back and get a few charms to catch me up to where I'm at. But I absolutely love that idea too. Yeah. Cindy said she's glad she caught a few minutes. She has to work at 4 a.m., so she's going off to bed. Good night, and we're glad you joined us.
Good night.
Yeah, so let's see. I would have to do, which I reached those 2 goals at the same time. The 10% lost and getting under 300 pounds. I had done that in the first month. And then my next goal after that was to get down to below 275. I did that in the second month. Wow. Yeah. So right there's 3 charms that I need to get. And then 250 was the next one. So that's one I have to get. And then my next goal was the 100 pounds.
That's great.
Yep. So, yeah. I'll have a few charms to catch up on, guys. But I love that idea, and I will be doing it. So you guys are going to be seeing what charms I pick out. Yeah, because I don't know. What's that owl? Do they still do that charm necklace? That winking owl is that what it's called? Origami owl. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, origami owl. Mm-hmm. So if Gretchen still sells that origami owl stuff, that's what I'll get. I'll get myself a new charm bracelet from Origami Owl and get charms for each. And the 100-pound loss will be the little camper charm. Because they have a little camper charm. I was looking at it last year.
Can you get them engraved, or will it just be that?
No, it's just little tiny charms that hang off the bracelet. And each one represents something else. Like they have footballs and baseballs and birthday cakes and wedding rings. And
when we go on our cruise, we can get tattoos.
Yeah. I've never had a tattoo. I don't have one. I think my husband would get upset. Because he always... my husband has tattoos, but he was always upset the first time I drank because I had never drank before I met him. And he thought that he was being a bad influence on me. And it's like, no, I'm an adult. I can try it if I want to. So that upset him.
Nona says no tattoos.
That's what my husband says. So when my husband, I was like,
what about a tramp stamp?
Well, what I had thought about doing, and this is what I told my husband, I said right on the back of my neck, because he has a tattoo down one arm that is a S, a tribal S for one of his favorite bands, Sepultura. I like the way the S looks. My name's Sandy. His name's Scott. So I was talking about getting that S on the back of my neck. And he just threw a fit. He's like, no, you're not doing that. So it would upset him too much. Not that we like tell each other what we can or can't do, but he took it as personal, like somehow he was affecting me in a negative manner. And it's like, that's not, tattoos aren't negative or positive, but he always regretted the ones that he got.
See, my kids when they get tattoos that don't mean anything, both of my kids have tattoos. And I'm like, what does that mean to you? Well, I don't know, everyone else has one. I'm like, but that's, when you're older, you're going to regret getting something that doesn't have a meaning.
Right, it needs to have a meaning behind it. Erica says she got a tattoo when she was 18 and it was such a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Amy says she's always wanted one on the inside wrist, something very, very small. Yeah, if I was to get one, it would be small and it would be meaningful, something like that represented me and my husband.
To remind you where you've been.
Or to represent, because I have had numerous miscarriages, so to represent my children. Something in that regards that would be very personal, so that when I'm 90 and wrinkly and I'm looking at it, it's still going to have some significant meaning to me that makes me proud that I got that. That's exactly. Because regardless, it's still going to represent who you were in that moment and what that meant to you. And when you look at it, it's still going to bring back the memories no matter what it looks like. Yeah, so if I was to get one, it would be not Daffy Duck.
It would be something that only
you would know the meaning for. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, guys. We've been on here 45 minutes already. No. It feels like 15.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they use sterile needles to put metal in your body. For the tattoos, it's like sterile, but I don't know. That's it too. I always worried about what the dyes could do to you. Like I saw somebody who had a reaction to the red dye in his tattoo many years after he got it, and ended up having to have that whole tattoo cut off.
Really?
Yes, because it caused skin cancer. But it was years. His body didn't react to it for years after, and then all of a sudden it started bubbling up, and they said that his body was reacting to the red pigment in the tattoo ink, and he had skin cancer, and he had to have that tattoo cut off.
They've changed the inks. They're not the same as they were a long time ago. I wonder if you could request a certain type of ink that's kind of like natural.
I'm sure something.
Yeah, like a henna tattoo.
Well, I've had henna tattoos before because those fade away. So I have had henna tattoos before. But you know what tattoo that I saw and absolutely I thought I am going to get this. I've changed my mind. I'm not. But it was a white tattoo that you couldn't really even see until you were under black light.
Yeah.
That looked awesome. The girl that had that, it looked awesome.
Was he reactive?
Yeah, maybe that's what. Oh my goodness! But his tattoo looked horrible. But when they removed it, they did a really good job. They did a good job of removing it and putting that skin graft on. That if 2 years down the road, if he didn't point out where it was and that he had something removed, you wouldn't have noticed it. So they did a good job. Hi, Lori. We are had our live a little early tonight. We had a trouble with the Wi-Fi. The hotel, you have to like sign up for it, and nothing's free anymore, guys. You go to the Holiday Inn, they give you free Wi-Fi. The Days Inn, they give you free Wi-Fi. But you stay at the Hilton, you got to pay for that. It's, yeah. That's how that was, the hotel we went and stayed in Seattle. None of the amenities. Like, you had to pay to access the gym. It wasn't part of your room. You had to pay to access the sauna. You had to pay for Wi-Fi. That shocked me. I told that lady at the front desk, I said, man, I wish I'd have went to the Days Inn Express. Holiday Inn Express.
You told her?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Because everything was free there.
There's no continental breakfast here.
No.
You have to pay for or walk at least a mile to find a cheap place to eat breakfast. So this is the only hotel available, or we wouldn't have got this hotel.
But it is, I'm telling you what though, it is a beautiful hotel. And the view she's got. She has got a corner room, guys. And you can see Lake Erie out this window and the airport and
skyscrapers.
All the beautiful buildings. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I should have brought my binoculars so I could stare at people. Next time.
Cindy Brown says when she hits 100 pounds lost, she's going on a spa weekend. Now, see, maybe I could do that, like the mud baths and things.
See, on the cruise ships, they have a spa. We could do the spas when
yeah.
we go on the cruise ship, but that's a long time away.
The facials and the mud baths, I could do that. That wouldn't be the same as getting hands-on massage.
Do it.
Yeah. So I know, I think you can do that. There's no place in our town to do that. But I think up in Columbus, there's a place called Penzones, I think is what it's called. And you can get the mud baths and all that stuff up there, the facials. They pamper you really well up there. Cindy Brown says they have sulfur springs close to her. Oh, see, now is that nice? I would almost be a little scared because, guys, I've seen too many volcano movies. What's that? Dante's Peak.
That scared me.
Yeah.
The grandma's in the water.
Yes, where she's in the
lava.
Oh, my goodness. So anytime I hear people going to hot springs, that's what I picture in my body, is acid-eating bodies floating up to the surface. And then that show Bones. They did a thing about the couple that got into the hot spring, and then it had a lava purge where the gas came up, the sulfur gas came up through or whatever, and then they were laying there with all their skin eaten off.
Who said they have the sulfur springs? Where at?
Cindy Brown said that they have sulfur springs where she lives. Now, where is that, Cindy? Lori said they're not far from where she lives in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia.
Does it smell sulfury or does it have a smell? You know how sulfur has a weird smell. Have you guys tried it? Have you gotten into the hot springs? And what's that like? Like, when they say hot, is it just warm water or is it like getting in a hot tub? What is it like? Because I have never done anything like that. Yeah. And is it clean? Is it sanitary?
I think I would enjoy it. I would enjoy it if I was sure it was safe. Because like I said, there's been too many movies. Lori's never been. Yeah. There's been too many movies that's freaking me out. It's like, I want to, but I'm scared. So it's weird. Alrighty, guys. We are coming up on almost An hour. So is there any other questions is there anything you guys want me to answer while you have me online, or want Barbara to answer while you got her online? Ask whatever you want. Not guaranteed we'll answer anything you want, but ask whatever you want. We'll attempt it. I want to look back through and make sure that I didn't miss anything, guys. So I'm going to go back up to the beginning and look back through the chat.
Are you wearing matching panties now?
Actually, no. That is so hard. Okay.
He's asking.
Yeah, that is so hard for me because my chest is so big that to get panties to fit my bottoms the way I like them to fit, the top part of it is so small. So I have to buy my bras and panties separately. And my bras, which I need to get another one because my rib cage now I need a 38 band, but the bra, and I just put darts in it to help close that up a little bit, but it doesn't help with the cup size, so then you get where they're too big.
That's how I'm losing my back fat, so all my bras are like weird
right
now.
So to get the cups to where they fit, I have to buy them too big and adjust the band size, or go to a specialty store and get a 38 like F, and they're just $100. They're $100 to get anything above a triple D. You're going to pay $100 for that, and I just can't afford it right now, especially when I'm transitioning. Yeah. So I just keep going to Walmart and buying cheap bras and then sewing them up and altering them the best I can, and bending the underwires to make them fit my cup size a little better. So I'm doing the best I can with the bras, and I'm not willing to put any money into them until I reach goal.
Because I've already went down 2 bra sizes in just the last 4 months. So.
It's not Angel bras. Okay, they're $40. I'm gonna have to look into those. I don't mind giving Angel bras. Tammy says go buy Angel bras. They're $40.
Where do you get those at?
Is it a website that we go to, or does a store carry that brand? Keto-licious Life says Walmart bras have a t-shirt bra that she really, really likes. And I know what you were talking about. And when I was smaller, before I gained all the weight, I was a 38 triple D. And I could find those in the Walmart in that t-shirt that especially that gray heathered one and the pink heathered one. I absolutely love those, especially the way the cups were molded. But my chest has just gotten too big to fit any cup size that Walmart carries now. Yeah. I had the Genie when they came out here. They were okay. Now, see, I've seen that at Walmart in the checkout lane. It says, as seen on TV, the Genie bra. I've never gotten it because I've always wondered how well it would fit.
Is that the kind that snap in the front?
Yeah.
Okay.
Snap in the front, and it's very stretchy. So like one bra stretches out over so many sizes.
That Spanx material.
Yeah. So they're I've reached in, I opened them up, and I felt them and pulled them and played with them in the checkout to see what I would think.
She catches strangers' bras.
I do. Hey, yeah, if you bought a Genie bra in Cambridge, Ohio, I might have fondled it. Sorry. Tammy says she wears a 38J, and they're great. They support you so much. Okay, I'm gonna type those online tonight. I'm gonna look into that. Definitely. Because that's the only thing. I mean, like, I'm happy with my clothes. I'm happy with just my bra. I'm not happy with but
you know what else? I have my underwear situation, and I don't want to buy smaller underwear.
Right,
and
but you have to.
I've gone down like 3 sizes, and they're kind of like not
shifting and pinching. Yes,
they're shifting.
They're shifting and pinching the lady bitch. You got to get smaller underwear.
I don't want to buy any right now. I want to wait a little bit longer, because then you're going to have to keep replacing them.
Okay, we'll just get 3 pair. Go to Walmart, get 3 cheap $3, $10. Get yourself 3 pair. Yeah, 3 pair.
I like those Lane Bryant.
I've never been there. We don't have a Lane Bryant anywhere near us.
Really good underwear.
So I remember being into a Lane Bryant years ago, I went in with my mom, but we had to go to Columbus to go
They're
there.
a little bit more expensive, but they kind of got that Spanxy feel to them.
Yeah.
I like them.
Okay. She was introduced to them by a lady who exercises a lot. Lori went from a 4X clothes to a 3X knife. Fantastic. Doesn't it feel good to go down in sizes? I'm telling you what, and we were talking about that tonight at the restaurant, being mindful of the size we are now so we're not wasting money. She wanted to buy like something at a 3X or a 2X the other day, and her husband's like, you're not that big now.
My husband keeps quietly saying in my ear, why don't you get the 1X? Why don't you get the 1X? And I'm like, oh, you don't know. Because I'm so used to getting a 3X and a 2X. I went ahead and bought a 2X shirt from Macy's because it was on clearance, and it's too big. He was right. I should have went and got the 1X.
Yep.
But my brain just isn't there yet.
Well, and this shirt that I'm wearing tonight, okay, guys, I had told you I went to pick up that tank for work. This is it. This is the tank that I got for $5 from Dollar General. And I bought it in the large. And I thought, okay, because it's all they had. It topped out at a large. And I thought, okay, it's not going to fit me, but it's $5 and I'm not passing it up. And the shrug that I had on, if it was going to be too snug, really wouldn't have mattered. So as soon as I paid for it, I went into the bathroom to try it on, a large, and it fit me perfect. When I showed up at that meeting, everybody's like, oh my gosh, I love your blouse, and it looks so nice, and it fits you so well. And I'm like, this is a large that I bought thinking it wouldn't fit, and I would have it for springtime.
That is a huge milestone just to say I'm in a large.
I'm in a large. Yep. Now, granted, it is a A-line tank, so it's cut probably a little bigger than most larges, so I don't think I could go out there and just pick any large and fit into it. But that definitely says I am no longer in the 4X or the 3X or the 2X.
We need a charm for that.
Yeah. So when I started this, I was a very tight size 28. And I actually was probably bigger than that, but I was refusing to buy any more than that. So I was wearing sweatpants and lounge pants and anything that would stretch over my massive bum and belly.
I have lots of stretchy pants in my drawers.
So to be able to, just like these jeans I'm having on now, a size 18, and they fit, and I can bend over, and I can breathe, and I can move, and I can tie my shoes, just to have stuff that actually fits and is comfortable. Because before, on the days when I would put on the size 28 jeans, they were so tight that it was difficult to lean forward. And I would unbutton them to get in the car to drive so I could be comfortable to sit up and hold on to the steering wheel. So yeah, just the clothing for me. And I guess that's why I just keep buying new things, even though I keep telling myself, you've got to stop. And then I justify it that it's okay because I'm only shopping at Family Dollar or Dollar General. Yeah. But when you're buying every week, it's still, I'm acquiring a massive amount of clothes that I'm not going to be in for any length of time. Well, what we're doing, we're going to have the clothing swap and work here soon. So that way I can everything that's gotten too big, that is not stained or worn, then we go in, and that way because I'm not the only person at work on a weight loss journey. Now, I'm the only one at work on keto, but everybody there right now is doing, so it seems like half of my office is doing something. Girls are doing something called Whole30. There's a few of them doing that. And then paleo. And so everybody's doing something. So that couple months ago when we had that clothing swap, it was very nice. We ended up, everybody went home with a few things, except for, I felt bad, of course, the biggest girl and the tiniest girl,
You really feel bad for the tiniest girl?
Well,
She's joking.
She wants to improve, and
that's her
but it's
journey.
She was still able to bring things that she had grown out of, and she was still able to donate, and then they took the stuff to the women's shelter after they were done. Anything that was left over, we didn't take it home. We took it to the women's shelter and donated it. I think they took it to Haven of Hope's what it was called. Haven of Hope.
I know there's some Facebook groups that do trading, some clothing trading too.
So, Cricket says, wait a minute, I've missed a few. Tammy said, it's well worth the money. I promise you'll not regret the purchases. On the bras, yeah, I'm going to give it a go because I've got to get me something that supports me a little better. Lori said that I got her hooked on the Dollar General. I love it. I absolutely love their clothes, and they may not last you forever, but they're going to get you through the transitional stages,
and you're not feel good.
Yeah, and you're not spending a lot of money. Yeah. And every time I wear their stuff, people compliment my clothing, and I'm like, Dollar General or Family Dollar, whichever one it happened to be, and they're like, are you kidding me? I never thought of there for clothing. It's like, yeah, check them out. They got some cute stuff. Yeah, got some cute stuff. Keto Cricket said she went from a 2X to a medium shirt and can squeeze into a size 8 skinny jean. The goal is to be comfortable in them by mid-April. And I am sure if you're squeezing it until now, you will be comfortable in them by mid-April because these size 18s were snug on me just 2 weeks ago, and they are fitting me perfect now. Absolutely perfect. It does not take us long. Even if the number is not changing on that scale, it does not take us long to drop the sizes. That's what's amazing. Okay, I'm not sure what I weigh today, but let's say I weigh 228 because I think that's where I was at the last time I got on scale. So 228 pounds. The last time I was at 228 pounds, I was stretching out of a size 22. And now I'm in a size 18. The last time I wore a size 18, I was 190 pounds. So 30 pounds less than what I weigh now. But you know what I mean? So just to think about that is amazing to me. How this diet retains that lean muscle mass and builds that lean muscle mass. And that's where our smaller figure but more weight is coming from, that repair and maintenance of lean muscle mass. So it's a good thing. So that's why I don't get so upset anymore when I go up in the scale, because I'm like, I know I'm sticking to plan.
Your body's repairing itself. It just needs a few days to repair.
Get there. Yeah. And it's like, okay, let me try on my pants. I gotta go see where. Oh, I'm up on the scale. Let me go try on my pants. Get excited. Yeah, they might fit today. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Tammy said she's so proud of us.
Thank
and Keto Cricket says you look amazing. Gotta stick to cheap clothes since they only fit for a short period of time on this journey. Exactly. And then. Ketolicious Life, Amy said, Sandy's so close to Wonderland. I know. I've just been teetering there. I'm going to get there. I'm just hoping I get there by, I don't know why. I don't know why I want to put even a date or a time on it. But I remember back at the beginning when I said I didn't want it to be about weight. I had also said, boy, it would be nice to be at that 100-pound goal by my birthday. Well, my birthday is March 25th. So I am getting close. I'm 10 days away. Yeah. And so if I could just get, all I need is 3 more pounds. Yeah, I just need to,
And if it doesn't, then it's still
I'm still going to get there.
Because you know it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't ever plan on eating anything but keto. And each day, it's like I like it. I love it, but it's like each day I'm more and more satisfied with my way of life. I love it. Yeah. Love it. Kim Cool said, Hi all. Glad I checked. I thought it was starting at 9 Central Time. Well, we normally do 10 o'clock Eastern, which I think is 9 Central. But because I drove up to Cleveland, it was further getting here than I thought. I thought it was an hour and a half away. It's 2.5 hours away from my home. So I was afraid it was going to get me in too late by the time we were done and finished up, that I still have to work tomorrow. So I was like,
she's got to drive 2 hours home
after this. So I was thinking we better do it a little earlier so that I wasn't running too late on the trip home. So I tried to hurry up. And as soon as we decided that, sort of get it posted that we were going to start at 8 o'clock instead. Thank you, Lori. Lori said you blow it away. Keto Cricket said you're going to be close if you don't make it. I know. And like I said, I'm not going to stress about it. If I don't make it by it'll come the week after the week after that.
This is not a diet, it's a way of life.
That's right.
What time is it?
It is 9:08. And Kim Cool said you both look great.
Thank you.
Yeah, she looks fantastic. I tell you. It's just walking around town today. I would do it. I didn't let my weight really stop me. If I wanted to do something, I just huffed and puffed through it. Trust me. We had taken the kids
and you don't tell anybody, just keep going.
How miserable you are. And they can hear you over there breathing as you're trying to keep up with them. But today, I didn't feel like anybody could hear me breathing. I didn't worry about what I looked like walking down the street. I didn't worry about just like getting up and going to the bathroom. Was I going to fit down that little bitty hallway? Those tables, not the hallway in the bathroom, but between the table where the guys were sitting there at the end. I was like, I didn't even worry about it. I just walked down there. Where before, I would have looked for a different route to go to the bathroom.
And mentally, I was doing that. Did you see me hesitate? Because there was 2 options.
Yeah.
I was like, which way am I going? And then I finally just went
and fit just fine.
And my butt didn't bump into anybody.
No, that was it. I didn't bump into anybody on the walk to the bathroom. And I knew I was going to go okay, but I still was expecting a little bit of bumpage in that one, going around that one corner. Nothing. And I was like, that's something in the past I would have been very self-conscious about, is planning out that route to the bathroom and looking at the table and seeing what chair did I think had the most room to back up so that I could sit properly at the table and have enough room for me and the person behind me that they had enough room. Oh, and the type of chair that we were going to be sitting in. I
used to always be afraid of the chair. If it was like those cheapy lawn chairs.
Oh, yes.
Or a wooden chair, I was always kind of trying to mentally judge, is this going to break if I sit in it? Do I need to just stand or wait and find a bigger
chair to sit in? And Lori says, happy dance time. Yeah, and we have. There's been a few times a day where we've just been like, this is blowing our minds, and did a little jig. Yeah. Yep. And Nana Grace says, non-scale victory. Yes. We've been, really, the 2 of us getting together today and walking this city has really brought those to mind. Big time. So it's been fantastic. But you guys, it is after 9 o'clock, so we better get off here so we can get this stuff packed up and me and Kim get back on the road to Cambridge, because I'm sure we're going to have to stop a couple times for potty breaks. But it has been a fantastic night. Thank you guys for joining us. Yes, it has been fun. I love these lives.
Me too.
Yeah. Cindy said, glad you guys had a great time. Bye, Tammy. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
We had a great time. Alrighty. I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Fashion Friday, which I will tell you, there's not going to be a Fashion Friday. So it's going to be a Flip Side Friday. And I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about, but you guys can show up to hear me ramble. Alrighty. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.